It's like, how would you answer this? Day 2, here's what people had to say to that question, right? So this is just an example of like that caption of like that marketing, how we're carrying the conversation. So that's day 2. And then maybe in the night, in the evening post would be our team making it happen, just BTS footage. Day 3, this is when we break into and double click on the street interview episode. And then it's like, here's what people had to say when we asked Envy, good or bad. And then maybe we highlight a combination, the category of everyone answering the same question in the same way, positive or negative, like whatever, right? Maybe that one would go there. Evening posts, maybe more behind the scenes, or maybe like breaking down what Envy is. I'm just like thinking out loud at this point.
I'm a little confused by episode 1 of Street Interviews live. What is that? We're gonna drop like them all together on a reel, or like on an actual, like on Spotify?
We talked about it being, so we're agreeing that we're going with 2 different long form contents, meaning that one's gonna be the pod and one's gonna be an interview, like an actual interview episode? Or are you saying start rolling out the street interviews? Because if it is long form, then it would be exactly duplicating what we're doing with the pods, meaning Spotify and YouTube.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
The reason why I leaned in this direction is because like the way that we have, like for example, if we go to the drive and looked at the street interviews one, there is an episode with them all answering the same question, right? I don't think we sleep on the idea of street interviews living on their own.
You think, I don't think we should sleep on that?
I don't think we should sleep on street interviews living on their own.
Neither.
Just to drive it home, you're saying we would put together the street review, we compile them, and it would be an episode like on Spotify, not like
yes.
IG.
I say yes because it's what I was.
YouTube, yeah, whatever.
It's what I was pitching. I think and I thought about this before, is we have an interview episode. That's when we're all like conjugating together, right? We put some behind the scenes footage of us, like things like this right now, right? Where we're meeting up, and then interview, more BTS, interview, more BTS, interview, and it becomes like this 30-minute episode where it's like a vlog style episode, and the whole team gets to be highlighted, and we're also showing the interviews as well too. So it's a vlog, long form content.
I have a few more thoughts here. Can I just jump in?
No, like this is important. There has to be transparency and alignment here. The street interviews are so valuable, and maybe I just want to consume stream interviews from the Good Frequency.
Yes, man.
Maybe I don't want to consume the pod that I don't know these guys who they are. Or like maybe I just don't enjoy their conversation. But I really do enjoy street interviews. I think I should have that choice.
Yes.
And I think because they're valuable, I think there should, like the way that I'm building it, it's a week of street interviews, teasing street interviews. Hey, we dropped the big episode of street interviews. Hey, we also talking about it in the pod. Here's the teaser of the pod. Here's the teaser of the pod. Here's the BTS of the pod. Here's the full pod.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. It's 2 weeks of just talking about some cool shit.
100%.
That's the way I'm seeing it.
I agree. I think it's worth it being on YouTube by itself.
I agree with that.
Why?
Because Spotify, you don't consume videos like that. And so I think it's us, one, wasting our money and our available space for Spotify on the platform for the street interviews. So it's worth it being on YouTube.
I agree with that statement.
In between, we didn't film. Like we set up
the nose.
Yeah,
the rejection.
Who do we want to interview? Okay, let's figure it out. Oh, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. We should have filmed that. You get highlights from here, and then you interview someone, right? We have that content. We have that for sure. And then we met up, and they were like, "Oh, I didn't ask him that way, or maybe I was nervous." We were supposed to get content here as well too, but we didn't.
Okay.
Right? This is probably gonna be like 5 minutes. This is gonna be like 3 minutes of this or whatever it is.
I have some takes here, but I'll let you go next.
Together.
And then it'll be this, because there was something good here, and there'll be something, because there was something good here, and then this is like 15 minutes, or whatever you want to make it. And then this one is, también, like 10 minutes, but it's like a clean 10 minutes. Like, it's just street interview.
You know how for episode 1, street interviews, we don't have enough content to do the blog.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
But I guess moving forward, episode 2, we could start.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Now, the vlog style doesn't necessarily have to be just the in-betweens of what we did that day. What we're doing right now becomes the vlog.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It becomes this. So the vlog is very loose fitting. We can edit this and have it be its own video. We already have the clips. It's seriously, it's edited already. You just put them together and stack them up.
Yeah.
It could be just all interviews.
The content, if we hit all these categories, right? We had that exercise.
Yeah.
That's the one that like I still need to build that template, and I want to know like, oh, you're filling in all these boxes and this is what I added. Because at one point, if we automate this and give it to someone else, it's like, this is your paper, do 30 seconds on each category, right? So like, I still need to build that. Remember, so right here, let's just pretend episode 1, selling 20 pieces of content. Right now that we go through my template that's half baked, we're gonna find out these 20, number 1 goes here, number 2 goes here, number 3 goes here, number 4.
Reference these. So like,
As we're creating the template. Reference this as we're creating the template.
Yeah, but
Because this is what we have built. Now, I'm not saying not storytell with it, but this is what we have. Because he's gonna create the template, and we're gonna be like, well, we don't have those contents. We haven't created those. Those are
Yeah,
done. I
we're
guarantee you,
Yeah, yours
those
are
are done. Let me see.
we're aligned.
He's saying start
With those?
plugging. He's saying start plugging them in.
It's not done.
Yeah, I want that. I want to too, because I don't like, bro, we have them, use them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying this is gonna be the template.
4, 5.
Too much in mind with these. Let's build what we're gonna do for episodes 2 through and forever.
Okay. Okay. That's to say that that's just to move forward using that as a full reference when we create for the second set of interviews.
Correct.
Got it. So meaning that we're creating that with in mind, then next week we can know what to create, but we're gonna fit these in for week 1.
We have to.
Not for these, for the second ones. Because now we have the logo to use.
I don't know.
What we're not gonna do is go back to those again to
Nah.
throw those when we can just move them moving forward.
Also,
just
like,
to keep the machine moving.
All the shit that we can.
Well, you got put in a fuck ton of work on making those. Now it's gonna be published. So it's like, hey,
Also, I think it's valuable to look at everything right now, because the editors or the people in charge of editing, like, if he doesn't know that I don't want to say balls, like, or like whatever that clip was, like if he doesn't have that feedback, he'll continue without not knowing and continue making more content we are not comfortable with.
100%.
Because right now you don't know.
Yeah. Chicago MTA. What is it? I don't know. I forgot about it.
MTA?
What is it? What were the, like the formats you would do for essays?
Oh,
MLA.
MLA. MTA. like you mean-
MDMA.
I know. Carlos literally
MDMA.
just gave us a talk about being bold.
Seriously. But you took it. You applied it. In less than 30 minutes, you already applied it.
He's certainly not here.
Yeah. That's right.
Lies. He might have gone to Calabasas.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
I guess Joe and Beck are coming back tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
It is a team effort.
Yeah. What?
Edmund, what did you just say about yourself?
I think that I am the most selfless person ever. I am grounded at my core. I care about men, women, children. Don't really care for Rita all that much. Yeah, what are we doing? I'm editing right now the vlog that I think we're gonna throw this clip in. So we're editing the very same vlog that you guys are gonna watch right now. And it's cool, you know, I'm going through like the BTS and even some of the conversations that we had with prepping some of like this content that we were trying to build out. And now I'm overviewing some of the reels that we did, some of the interviews that we did at Mosaic and the BTS. And somebody is washing their hands in the background. And it's great sound. And Theo approves. He doesn't approve anymore. Yeah. I think Theo likes it all that much. I'm having a lot of fun sharing more of the vlog posts, more of the BTS stuff that I think sometimes feels, while we're shooting it, doesn't feel like it has a lot of value until I actually start watching it and editing it. So that's what we're doing now. In a bit, I'm actually gonna meet up with the guys and we're gonna have some dinner.
What's a trait of yours that you love about yourself?
It makes me genuinely so happy to see others happy. Empathy is what I'm trying to say, that if you were about to tell me right now something amazing and or disastrous that is going on, I feel like I will feel it with you and I will be there with you in that moment. I especially love it when it's good news, but yeah, maybe my empathy.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
Deep breaths. Honestly, I think I've become better at managing them. I don't bottle it up as much anymore. And if anything, with overwhelming emotions, I'll acknowledge it, name it, and then let myself feel that. A new day will come. This too shall pass. Yeah.
What's a lesson or idea that you're really into right now?
Resting, like being still. I've been trying to practice that more, trusting that in the stillness something is happening. I don't have to try to control everything to happen or make something happen. So in stillness, I can trust that God is still God and God is still doing things. And even when I can't see it.
What's a trait of yours that you love about yourself?
That I have a very strong connection to my heart and I have a lot of empathy. What do I love about myself? I love myself. I'm lucky enough to know who I am. What I love is actually breathing. I'm glad to be alive.
What's a lesson or an idea that you're really into right now?
And it's very beautiful to know that we're very special. We have this life and it's incredible. If most people go around life, they have no idea how precious they are and how special they are and how special this time is on this planet. It's the greatest gift.
What's an accomplishment of yours that you don't give yourself enough credit for?
I'm a fashion stylist. I've worked with hundreds of stars, big stars. Just knowing them, I'm a human being. I'm here now. It's very, very, very special. I'm lucky enough to be above a lot of the stuff that goes on. All these politics, everybody's getting into this and that, and they're missing the point. It's all very beautiful if we could just understand how beautiful it is.
First question. What's a trait of yours that you love about yourself?
I think the ability to actually laugh at things, just having like a fresh perspective that life isn't that bad, and so sometimes you can just laugh it off and find the good things in life.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
I think just taking time to take a pause before I spiral. It's just so easy for me to sometimes go into like a domino effect with my different thoughts. And so taking a step back and pausing and assessing where I'm at and then figuring out how do I best handle the situation without spiraling, I think has definitely been an area of growth that I've had to learn over time. But when I take that step back, I feel like the outcome is always better.
What is a lesson or an idea that you're really into right now?
Just like maximizing time. People say multitasking isn't a good thing, but I think there is an unlock of how you can actually do it efficiently. So trying to figure out different life hacks or different ways to maximize my time and make the most of my day, I think is something that I'm trying to get better at and explore.
What's a trait of yours that you love about yourself?
I remember when I first started therapy, my therapist actually asked me that question and I couldn't answer it. I stared at the floor and I was filled with tears. It's really cool to be able to answer it now. Something I love the most about myself is the way that I love other people. My family, my friends, but especially people that I don't know. Just other beings in general. I love animals, I love children, and I'm really proud of the way that I love people and that I show up for people. And the way that I make people feel seen is something that I'm just really proud of.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
Just try to embrace them. I feel like they're there for a reason, and I think when you try to ignore them or run from them or push them down, obviously it just gets more overwhelming. I've worked really hard to just embrace them now when they come, acknowledge that they're there, kind of sit with it. If I feel myself getting overwhelmed or anxious or on the verge of a panic attack, I've had plenty of those, I'll just step outside and take some deep breaths, reorient myself, and just kind of let it move through me.
What's a trait of yours that you love about yourself?
But I do think that I'm a very thoughtful person. I like to consider people before I do things, or consider how what I might do or say could affect them possibly, or just in general, I just want to show up for them in whatever type of way, and just how can I do that best for them.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
Spend time with God in the morning and I'm praying. One of my first things I do is I surrender my day to Him, whatever that brings. So I just give it to Him already, and then just trust that when those moments happen, I just feel that there's a sense of peace that overwhelms me more than the stress or the anxiety. I have my community to lean on. I'm the youngest of 5, so I immediately will call my siblings and hey, this is going on. What do you think? How can you advise me? That's kind of how I process things.
What's an accomplishment of yours that you don't give yourself enough credit for?
People see me and people they see me and they're Ron's been great. Ron's been great for me. And I'm just dang, I appreciate that. It made me feel good. It made me feel like I do have impact, I do have reach. It felt good to know that people see me seeing people, I guess.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
I'm gonna be honest, I tend to retreat and hide a little bit. I've been with my wife for a long time, and she knows like, okay, if I'm super overwhelmed, I'm gonna like probably go get coffee on my own, read a book, de-stress, get to a place where I can like recalibrate and then be healthy again.
Just need a little bit of time to yourself. Yeah. What's a lesson or idea that you're really into right now?
I love how people work, how people think, what drives them. I think it's beautiful that like different people have different dreams, and you know, people have different pasts, and psychology is something that's been like on my heart for the past like year.
What's an accomplishment of yours that you don't give yourself enough credit for?
That is hard. I think like maybe like everything just seems like it's not really enough.
Is there one that you kind of want to be like, you know what, I'm really proud of myself for doing this?
I think I'm really proud of like the people I've been able to bring into my life. Like I have a very diverse set of friends. I don't see like friendship as like where you are as far as like career or background, ethnicity. I see like friendship as just like authentic service towards one another and getting to know. So I'm a person who has like a very diverse group of friends, and I'm really proud of that.
How do you manage overwhelming emotions?
Yeah, so first I have a conversation with myself. I talk myself through it. Sometimes I have to talk myself off of a ledge. And then thankfully I have Jesus in my life. So I depend on God, and I come to God and I talk to him, and you know, and I just lay everything at his feet. And that's my process, so yeah.
It's a beautiful process. Speaking of God is always a good thing.
Yes, it is.
What's a lesson or idea that you're really into right now?
I feel like there's been so much over these past couple months, like so many gems that I'm just trying to think of one specifically. Well, first I love what Joe was speaking on tonight about finding the rarity, right? Finding the rare. I'm all about that in my life, right? And like, I want to hold myself to a really high standard. I hold myself to, I'm very intentional in my approach in life and with people and connecting with others, sharing my faith, in the work that I do, working in treatment. And so for me, like, I want to be an expression of God's love. I want to be a rarity. I want to be something that they've never experienced before in their life, and just be able to, just connect with people on a level that they've never experienced before. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you too.